Hey Cards, welcome to this final episode of Cardinal Corner News for this semester. Hope y'all are staying warm in these freezing times. First, we'll start off with Dylan and his interview with Miss Wilbanks.
The semester is ending today, and you might need to talk to your counselor. So remember, it's on the landing between the cafeteria and the office.
So the end of the semester is actually on Friday, which is January 26th. And what that means for students is that it is the end of the first grading period of the year that concludes onto their transcript. So meaning whatever your grade is for semester 1 is a permanent record, and it goes on your transcript. So there's a number of different ways to change classes. You have until February 2nd to change a schedule. So that's 5 days into the new semester. After that, there's no more changes that are without significant number of steps that you have to take. But students can email their school counselor. So I'm the school counselor for the 9th and 11th graders. Mrs. Wilbanks is the school counselor for the 10th and 12th graders. An email works. We're trying to be available every day at lunch, right outside the cafeteria. Also to change schedules for students who don't who'd rather talk about it. You can also make an appointment, but sometimes making an appointment means you have to wait maybe a couple days, and that's okay. But also, you're probably going to get a better response just by swinging by at lunch. So let's say they went from plant science to weights, and then they decided weights wasn't for them. Then they have until February 2nd to get into a different class. But then after February 2nd, it's not an option anymore. Some teachers cut off their late work on January 26th, so there's nothing that they can submit after that. Some teachers give a little extra time. If there's extenuating circumstances, sometimes a teacher will work with a student on allowing for conversations about any missing or late work due to like a serious situation like being in the hospital or something like that. Typically, January 26th, you're done with semester 1, and you have to start moving on to semester 2 and keeping up with your work with semester 2. And a lot of times what happens is students are doing a lot of work at the end of semester 1, they're working really hard, and then semester 2 starts and they kind of slack off a little bit. And that's a really bad idea because you have to remember you're starting brand new with the grading period, and if you have one missing assignment, it's an F. And then it will turn your whole grade into an F for eligibility and things like that. So don't slack off at the beginning of semester 2. Start strong. In terms of other help for, the beginning of the new semester, getting in any late work, we always have the Cardinal Academic Center after school from 2:30 to 4:30 on Wednesdays and Thursdays, and Mrs. Hart helps with that.
Thank you, Dylan. Now, here's Riley and Felipe with our Pay It Forward Entertainment segment.
Okay, who are we here with?
Me.
What's your name?
Daniel.
Do you want a piece of chocolate or double it and give it to the next person?
Double it and give it to the next person.
What's your name?
Christian.
Do you want a piece of chocolate or double it and give it to the next person?
Double it.
What's your name?
Dane.
Do you want 4 pieces of chocolate or want to double it and give it to the next person?
I'll double it.
What's your name? Actually? Andrew. Do you want 8 pieces of chocolate or do you want to double it and give it to the next person?
Elliot.
Do you want 16 pieces of chocolate or do you want to double it and give it to the next person?
Sure, double it.
Okay. Would you like 32 pieces of chocolate or do you want to double it and give it to someone else?
Let's double it and give it to someone else.
Would you want 128 pieces of chocolate or do you want to double it and give it to the next person?
Oh no, oh no, you guys.
Double it.
Shoot, you're right. I'll be nice. I'll double and give it to the...
Okay, do you want, what is it, 240 something pieces of chocolate or do you want to double it and give it to the next person?
Let's double it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. We don't even have that many pieces of chocolate. I don't know how many pieces she got. Not 248.
Thanks, Riley and Felipe. For sports next week, Monday, C2 Team Boys is at Pullman. Then Tuesday, we have boys and girls basketball at Freeman. Wednesday, we have C2 Boys at Meade. And finally, on Thursday, boys and girls host Lakeside at home. For today's fit, we have our compatibility survey. Now remember, Cards, today is the end of the semester, so check Skyward for any changes happening on Monday. Are you in the green zone, passing all of your classes and have no discipline referrals? If so, please join us at the first annual Late In on February 2nd from 7:30 to 11:30 p.m. at MLHS. We will have games, a movie night, and free snacks. You must RSVP using the form that was sent to all student emails in order to attend by Monday. Have fun cards, drive safe, and we'll see you next week with another banging episode.